Namaskar, ladies and gentlemen. Let's welcome Shri Sanjeev Mehra ji, Director for RE Leisure and Holidays Private Limited, Kolkata, President for President for SCOL Kolkata, and Vice President for SCOL International. He holds many other important responsibilities in many other organizations. Welcome, sir. Welcome to this HI Hospitality Influencers by Raj Hospitality.
Thank you, Raj. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So,
it's my pleasure to be here.
Yeah. So, you speak Bengali, right?
Yeah, I speak Bengali, Punjabi, Hindi. I understand Marwari and Gujarati. So, couple of language we must know when we are in this trade.
So, apni keman ache?
Apni kemon achen? Khub bhalo. Thank you.
Dinta kemen geche tomar?
Dinta khub bhalo chilo.
So just
yes,
like I used to know this Bengali long time back when I was in Delhi. So
okay.
touch is gone because my friends were all Bengali, so I had very good Bengali then.
Okay.
Welcome to the show.
The language is sweet. People are sweet here.
Absolutely.
Though I am from North India, so this is how it is happened normally.
Fine, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just would like to read a few important things about Mr. Mehra. The biodata is very big, but I have reduced it to the for the show. Mr. Sanjeev Mehra, our guest of the day, has passed out from the Calcutta University in 1991 in business management. He chose the travel industry even before completing his education. He worked for Sita Worldwide Travel in 1990 with their cargo unit. When he left them, he was the branch manager already. In 2002, he started his own company with a clear vision and mission to transform the travel industry. In a humble beginning, he started February 2002, the RN Tours and Travels in Kolkata. In 2004, it became RN Leisure and Holidays Private Limited with Board of Directors. 2005, it became IATA approved company. Sanjeev Mehra ji sized the four pillars of his company as trust, honesty, concern, and belief, which are built with trust and service as the brickwork. He is committed to industry development and is the current president of SCOL International Kolkata and vice president for the SCOL International. He has risen the company to a turnover of 50 crores with an employee strength of 35 working across pan-India under his guidance and mentorship. A dynamic, dedicated and dashing personality. Welcome Mr. Sanjeev Mehra ji once again for HI Influencer. Welcome again, sir.
Thank you, Raj. Just to correct you, I'm the vice president to SCOL India as of now.
Fine.
And we have a lot of other colleagues, you know them very well.
Yeah.
You did some interviews with them also.
Fine.
Thank you very much once again, and it's my pleasure to be here. And let's start. Thank you.
Fine, sir. Your journey in the industry, give you starting of the career, when you started your career, where do you stand today? When you started and where do you stand today? The journey which is still continuing, and what made you to choose this particular industry?
See, I'll just give you the background. Is basically when I was working with Sita World Travel, my vision was very clear. One day I'll start my own. But in between, the company was taken over by Kony and so forth. And then later on, we decided that I will start my own in 2002. In between, there was a contract between Sita and myself that within 2 years, we can't work anywhere in the industry. So I chose to work with one of the leading software company, and I was heading their HR and administration.
Okay.
And then after 2 years, I started my own in February with my limited team, and the vision was clear that we wanted to grow. We started with normal ticketing with retail counters, and slowly we have grown doing corporate and then MICE and group movements. And now at present, we have been doing quite a lot of other groups and all the hospitality industries, what we are doing at present, all the segments of that. So this is how we have started, and I'm sure slowly we will grow. Still the vision is much bigger, and I think we can do much more in this industry.
Welcome, sir. Welcome. Fantastic. Does tourism activity boost national economy benefiting citizens? How do you look into that?
Yes, I see from my concept is very clear. The tourism industry plays a major role in any country's economy development rapidly. This is any country. It's not what about we are talking about India or any other country. So it's worldwide, is the same. And as far as India is concerned, the World Travel and Tourism Council has calculated around tourism generated business is 16.91 lakh crore, which is near about $240 billion for India, which is 9.2% of our India's GDP as far as 2018 is concerned.
Yeah, yeah.
And supported by 42.5, you can say, million peoples are working in this tourism industry.
Right, right.
So which is approximately 8.1% of total employment in this country as far as India is concerned.
Right.
So it's a very large, it's huge, and I'm sure there's going to be more into that. And moreover, it is also one of the important engines to attract more foreign exchange with its potential. It promotes cultural and awareness and also helps to preserve local culture and tradition.
Right.
So as far as the tourism is concerned, every country's, you can say, heart is tourism. This is what I say.
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree with you, sir. So what are the most remarkable archaeological sites in Kolkata, and how were tourists from outside, like for us, for example, when we come in there, you know, like from outside when they come in, so what is that which attracts them most?
See, I'll give you a couple of places which normally Calcutta is lovable place. Why? That's why people, they say it's the sweetest part of India. And this is correct because I'm myself is from North India. And 100 years ago, my family came from Lahore, that time which was India, Pakistan together. Oh, yeah. So why they have chose to come to Calcutta for business. They have started in Calcutta and having another business in Amritsar. So few places is beautiful, people are lovely and respectable, culture is there, the education is fantastic in India. It used to be #1, now Kerala is also there at par. And as far as tourism is concerned, you know, West Bengal people, everybody, you know, whatever happens in the world, but Calcutta people or West Bengal people, they love to travel. Now we come to the point which is places are concerned is, see, there is a beautiful place which is Metcalfe Hall. I'm talking about the British colonial time.
Okay.
And you wanted to say something?
Yeah, please. No, please go ahead, sir. Please go ahead.
So the Metcalfe Hall is erected as its name in parts of the in perpetua of the memory of the Lord Metcalfe, who officiated as the Governor General of India from March 1835 to March 1836. It was originally conceptual as the public library, later on the housed the Imperial Library. Just going to the point wise, what we have in Calcutta, just to tell you, is when British people, they came in, and that time Calcutta was the capital. And we say proudly today is Calcutta is actually is the first capital of India. Oh, yes. That time Calcutta, West Bengal, India, Bengal, which is Bangladesh now, Pakistan, the capital was Calcutta. And the business we started from Calcutta only. Correct. Then there is a beautiful church which is St. John Church, which is nearby, centrally located. The first Anglican Cathedral of Calcutta stands at crossing of Hastings Street. I don't want to go into a little bit much deeper, but it's 1784 foundation stone or church was laid down and made bigger in 1811 and 1863. Lord Minto gave it a facelift in this church. Doric column instead of Corinthian were used, make it suitable for decoration on the stone, which was later changed to Corinthian ones. Soon after that, its construction, Thomas Daniel had done an engraving on it, and the interior of the church was pertaining to Sir John Joffrey, a reproduction of the Last Supper. Originally, it was placed over the altar. Then we have Currency Building, which is also in the main city of Calcutta. I don't want to go into deep, but I want to tell you is the old link of Asiatic Society, which is one of the, again, the archaeological place. Then we have Megan David Synagogue. We have two synagogues also. One more is there in Calcutta. The other one is Bethel synagogue, which is also another centrally located. A lot of British people, they do come from abroad and they do visit these places because their ancestors used to work in India and they used to visit there. So these are the main places which is, archaeological site which is there in Calcutta. And a lot of people are not aware there are a lot of particles which has been come, and when the Buddhist circuit nowadays, when we start, we do it ex Calcutta, then Calcutta, then Odisha. There are a lot of sculptures which has been found in West Bengal as well. So we are doing it in West Bengal, Odisha. Then people, they go move to Goa, Gaya, another part of India. Varanasi, another part of India.
Yes, yes. I've been there. I've been there, Calcutta, many times because I always get fascinated with the city, as you rightly said. Literally, as you rightly said, because there's definitely a sweet city. Because I've not seen someone, like Delhi and all, in North Delhi, when you go to the Chandni Chowk, those areas, people are a little bit more rude sometimes. But I've seen people are very sweet. They're ready to help you out. Most of them speak very good English. I think it was really nice. My next question is that many youngsters today, they have intention to see the world. They love to see the world, and but they don't understand that it is not so expensive, so they can really plan. So, do you think that traveling is something you have to be rich for traveling?
Not at all. See, we believe you must have the passion. Now the cost comes to the second point.
Good.
First, where you're going, what we are doing, what are the benefits, all you wanted comfort is depend upon your pocket, and you can, like I'll tell you, within India now, people, they used to tell me, a lot of Bengali people, they used to travel. They were the first community who will go anywhere in the world and wanted to spend any money. Now we in West Bengal is the only cultural city, and people are so nice that they have different kind of level of people who's traveling and going as a tourist to different country. So it's depend how you want to spend money and what comfort you want to take, what kind of category of hotel you are looking for. And it's people, they go in Calcutta, we have cheapest way of traveling is you be a part of young YMCA.
Correct.
Be a part of YMCA, and when you are below to 25, my son is also much younger. So I tell him to be a part of YMCA and travel all over the world. So that's not a problem. That is the best way to travel. So it's cheaper way as well as expensive, whatever way you can travel. That's not an issue.
So you mean to say that the youngsters can plan well and they understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. See, obviously youngsters, they must try, not very much comfort. They must try, different kind of nature of travel. That is very important. So you know exact how much money you are using your own and spending so much, and then you know where you are going, what are you visiting. So I feel the youngster must try these kind of, travel part, like to be a part of YMCA and different kind of association and travel like that.
Very true.
That is the best way to do.
Absolutely. So what are some of the best travel locations that most people have not heard of? Because today people want to invent and they want to, look for new. So can you just at least say one or two locations which people would have not heard about?
See, people now today, after last 4 months, people are aware much better. They got much more awareness about the product, traveling, especially traveling. But as far as India is concerned, there are plenty of places we have we have innovated from last 4 months. We are working full-fledged from last 2.5 months. We were closed only 1.5 months, and then we started our own office. People, they wanted to come back to office. So instead of people are going for depression and people are going for all these things, what we thought is we take the safety, but do come to office, spend some more time with their own colleagues, and start learning some new products. This is what we have been doing from last 2.5 months. And in fact, everybody, just now I finished my Canada tourism presentation webinar, and I just joined you. Oh. So this is what we have been doing it. What we wanted actually is the new places. Like from Nagaland, there is a lot of religious activities are happening. Mizoram, we have taken out from Jharkhand, the places like Jharkhand where there are a lot of waterfalls are there. Then when you go from say Bombay, Goa to Bangalore, on the way there Dudh Sagar. These are the destinations which people they never heard. In fact, You must have seen in some movies and all that Dudhsagar and all these things. Waterfalls are fantastic, beautiful, which we go and see in abroad. So these are the places where you must go and visit. And I suggest from Kashmir to Trivandrum, you go north to east, east to west. These places are fantastic. Absolutely. And rightly, our Prime Minister also is informed everybody that 15 cities 15 places we must visit in India next 3 years. That is what we are trying to do it. And as far as international points are concerned, people are looking for newer destinations like Cuba, Mexico. There is a lot of new places. One of the best beaches are there, which I have gone in 2000, I think 5 to Mexico with a big group, which was Government of India's one business team was there, so I took them. And there are a lot of new places like Croatia. See, what happened in fact is in Indian people, citizen is they watch movie and then they travel. I've seen in Israel, a lot of people from South India, they did some songs in Israel and, you know, these places. And then they travel. So we should not do this kind of thing. We must try new places. That is what I have been doing it. Because see, why I have come to this business is very simple, which I also tell other people is every country is their own beautiful. You cannot judge one country to another. This is my first, what I take my vision is never, compromise, or never you can have two countries, which is the better one. You always say every country has their own beautiful places. So I never compare. Point number one is I don't compare. Now, as far as people, they do ask which are the beautiful countries. So see, I've been traveling. I've been more than 120 countries as of now. And I'll give you a little bit background on that. Is once my sister, she is a teacher in Delhi, and she took me to one of the Jochi, because a lot of North Indian people, they go to these, Pandits, and they will tell you. So she took me and she wanted to ask only one question. I said, why you are taking me? She said, no, come, because there is a big queue and you have to wait and all this thing. So we went early morning and we were waiting, and then shop opened, the gentleman was sitting and he asked me, why you came here? So I said, my sister just told me to come here and she wanted to show my, Teva, which is in Hindu, we say. So he said, why you got him here? Why? What is the issue? She said, actually, he can't sit. Something is wrong in his 2 legs. There is some problem. So then the gentleman asked me, what is the problem? I said, sir, I don't know. Ask her. She said, there is a wheel in his chair, in his 2 legs. So he is not sitting in anywhere, not in India, not everywhere he travels. So mostly 20-25 days I have been traveling from so many years. So this is why I love my traveling part. And what we, in our education time, we also learned is the best thing is the water. In Hindi, I'll tell you, जो पानी बहता है, वही निर्मल होता है. Means the water which is flowing, that is only is a clean water.
Pure water.
The water which gets stuck gets dirty.
Absolutely.
So the life is like this. The travel is like this. More you travel, more you learn, more knowledge you get, more you can spread everywhere the happiness and lovable and you enjoy your life. This is what I've been. Money is another part. Financial is another part. We have grown from there only. So the places I told you within India and the places I love personally is Norway, especially Tromsø, which is the northern part of Norway. You will have one of the best scenery for northern lights. I also love the place Yellowknife, which is in Canada, which is northwest part of Canada. Beautiful. You can really enjoy that place where you see the northern light again. And only the part which I love to travel is Arctic, which is most expensive product. And one day I'm sure I will cover that product also. Is one of the best place which I wanted to travel in my life. But most of the countries, you believe me, I've traveled. In fact, my wife, she's from Christian. She follows Christianity, and she's never been to so many churches which I have done. I've done maximum when we went to your hotel, we stayed in your property, we went to see the temple, basically, which was reclining Vishnu.
Yeah, yeah.
You have reclining Vishnu in that place.
Yeah.
Yes. And same thing, I went to Cambodia. I used to think about Cambodia. And couple of years back, I went to Cambodia to see only Vishnu God there. There is the biggest temple in the world, which is in Cambodia. So these are the places which I love to travel. A lot of places which I've been, where people they love to travel. These are the thought, and my imagination also is there, where I can achieve some more places, where I can go much more places also. That is in my kitty, which I wanted to do. But I also tell people you must travel minimum in a year 2 to 3 times in India or abroad, and to see the places, beautiful places in the world.
Very true, very true. Thank you, sir. So the future is of OTA or traditional travel agents, or both will survive. Can you throw some lights on the advantages and disadvantages on this?
See, I'll give you some example. Basically, that is my experience which I am going to share. In 2000, around 9, 10, 11, we used to work with somebody which was in San Francisco. One travel agency used to be there. They were based out of San Francisco. And my ex-colleague from SITA, she is gone to US because her husband was an engineer, and she started working with that travel company. And a lot of, in US, there are a lot of, NRIs, a lot of students, a lot of engineers whose parents are in Hyderabad, Bangalore, or different Bengal, and different part of India. So we used to buy them, they used to buy the ticket from us, and we used to send the ticket to Hyderabad, Bangalore, and different part of India. And we used to work like that. And I used to see it was a huge business they used to get. Later on, after 2011 onwards, the business collapsed in US, and then slowly people started going into OTAs.
Yeah.
That is online travel. Maximum business started from 2009 onwards.
Yeah.
That is the time where most of the OTAs company have started doing business in the world. But I still feel after this 2019, 18-19, again people started opening. In the meantime, I'm just giving you the background. That company collapsed and the business closed down. Okay. 2018-19, again they have started the business once again after 6-7 years, and people have started going to them and buying the ticket once again.
Okay.
So believe me, this things what I'm talking about is 6, 7, 8 years gap, and people still they wanted to go 1-to-1. This is I'm talking about US as of now.
Yeah.
Now this 4 months, this problem what C-19 which happened in the world today. We had one webinar which was one of the top gentlemen. He was from the travel industry, hospitality industry. He came online, and I was awake early morning, and they were morning time. So we had a chat with him, and then he was giving us the information. American people today was harassed with two things in the world today while traveling. One with the OTA. Okay. Online travel portals, OTA. The second is insurance. Because when they traveled, they picked up the ticket online. They took the online insurance. So when they had a virus, they wanted to claim for that nobody picked up the call. So no insurance company giving them the reverse money, and also nobody picked up their call for the refund if they wanted to cancel the tickets. So this was the situation which happened in US, which is world's #1 economy and #1 in software and everything, which collapsed, frankly. This is, I'm giving you the example and practical information which came from US. So literally American people, they were harassed with two things, insurance and OTAs. Now today, the people who bought the ticket from us today, and we have sent for refund. Minimum, we are picking up the phone. We are talking to them. We are talking to them every time. That's how's your health? Not to worry about your money. Your money is going to be safe, provided airlines are safe. So once airlines is safe, we will get the money. we will refund you. So that is the, satisfaction we have given as a travel agent, as a tour operator, or whatever you can say. So in this industry, people in India, now we come back to India, this is what happened in India. We spoke to one. People, they understood the problem. They understand that our business, the first one to close, the last one to open. Believe me, in 20th, last week of February, before 23rd, it was closing down. We had 2 offices in Calcutta. One is in near Park Street, the other one is Hazra. We closed down on 22nd of February, the other ticketing office. We shifted everybody to one office, which is a bigger office. So what we did is, we knew 1 month before, because there was a huge cancellation for people going to Italy, Germany for trade fairs, for China. So everything was closed down. China, Germany, Italy, slowly all European points was closing down. So we shut our one office, we shifted to another one place. And we knew this thing will happen, because this is a spread, which is going to spread everywhere. If you see the last 40, 50 years, we had these kind of issues, but it was only in Southeast Asia or Middle East country or African country, these kind of thing was happening, all these viral issues, but never spread all over the world. But this is the first time where everything was collapsed. Right. So this is what we understood, and we took precaution earlier. We did call up all the clients, there's going to be cancellation. It's better you be safe, don't travel now, cancel the travel part, which we started in February itself. And then in the month of March, 22nd March, just 23rd March was closed, which was my birthday, and we normally I go on 22nd March to Tirupati. Oh. My ticket also got cancelled. I visit every year, 22nd of March. I do puja 23rd March. I come back on 23rd evening. This is what I do every year. So I had to cancel my trip, and this is what happened today. So when we are talking about OTAs, see, I gave you the example. This is the differences what people, they must understand. We are here to talk to you. We are here to understand your issues. We are here to tell you the safest part, how to travel, what to do, which airlines to use, which hotels to use. And you will come back and you'll tell me, yes, you have given the best, your experience. Share the knowledge. This is what. There is no one to share knowledge on the OTA, on the online. See, Google is not going to tell you, you make a love with your wife or you enjoy having food without doing anything. That will never happen. You need touch. You need personal relationship. That is much more important. So I feel world people will look for travel agent more, tour operator more. They will come back to one-to-one dealing, and all these OTAs giving discounts or whatever is happening, who's funding whatever is happening, closing down. You know, the biggest company in India closed down a couple of months back. Yeah. So these things will happen. I tell my clients, in fact, be careful. You check everywhere, wherever you want. We will give you the best deal, but I will not give you from my own pocket, because everybody is doing business. You are doing business, I'm doing it. And same thing will happen to them. Right. Today, tell me, doctors which we used to visit. Now today, doctors are calling up, giving the details online. But still, we are not confident. We need to meet the doctor. We wanted to show the doctor, this is the problem, this is the issue. So these things will never happen. Right. And if people start doing it, everything will be online. So means everything will collapse. So God has given, let me tell you, whoever's come out with C19, I don't believe, but this is the biggest learning point at present for human being is God has given the, one exam for all of us to ensure to be a good human being. Absolutely. To be a good person. Correct. That is very important, which we lost out from last many years. This was missing everywhere. Right. So you may take Sanjeev is saying all this, but it's a fact. Absolutely. It's God has given us the one exam, and we need to pass it out with the best way. And this is what I'm going to tell you is, I feel still India is doing, 70-75% of business is done by the travel agent. This will happen and it will go on. This is the now marketing gimmick, who is giving the safest thing, who is doing, this is for just timing until you have the injection. You tell me C19 is not going to kill anything, because if you see the record, every day, so many accidents used to happen in India. It was much more than COVID-19s every day, people are dying. Correct. So today there is no accidents, people are safe. Only this 80 to 85%, this has been generated by our media. Yeah. Frankly, I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
There is no positive news. In fact, I'll tell you, in Calcutta, we stopped watching television. I'm just going out of your points, but I'm telling you, 85% was totally negative. Yeah. But until this media comes out with the positive information, people will start again traveling. People start again coming to your office, meet you. Again, they will tell you, "Hi Raj, how are you? Let's meet up for coffee." They will not say no coffee only online. They'll tell you to come to my office. This is what we wanted.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I feel, and also I know that future is with the personal travel agent services, tour operator, personalized services. That is our future. That will happen all over the world. This is going to happen.
The latest pandemic issues are going on. What will be your suggestions to the budding future leaders in the industry, travel tourism industry and hospitality industry?
Thank you, Raj, for asking this. Leaders are leaders, and my suggestion is basically we need to work together. That is very, very important. Now, as far as our tourism associations are concerned, I heard from one of the webinars is more than 90 associations all over India. 90.
Correct.
And there is no industry business which has been given to us. Basically, it's still travel agents with the different part. Aviation industry is different part. So it's not under one umbrella, which is missing in India. So this is what I want to tell my leaders is basically people, they must work together for benefit for everybody, each and everybody. Now what happened, there are associations, 17, 18 associations or few of them. They have started and they have created one body and meeting government, asking for assistance and all. Which after so many months, nothing happened till now. But this was missing. Why? Because we were not together. We were not approaching in the right place, right way. Everybody was trying to do their own little bit. I'm not saying nobody was doing it. Everybody was doing it, but on their own way. Everybody wants to become a leader, but nobody wants to show the way. Nobody wants to help others. This is what is missing in India, which, believe me, Germany, first country who has given so many billions of euros to sustain the business, to sustain their citizen, to sustain the airlines, to sustain the travel tour operators. We are not saying that you become Germany, and they have come out with nearly 25% of their monetary, financially, they have supported to their own citizen. Today, Lufthansa has got so much billions of dollars to start again, once again, which was going to be defunct. But the government of Germany, they have sustained them, they have given them the support, and they did their best. I'm sure in government of India also must be trying to do help. Maybe they have their own agenda with the other part of, first for other citizens to give the better, support. But at present, if we have been together and we would have gone together in one voice to the government, I'm sure they would have listened to us. They would have understood the requirement of tourism, which I told you, nearly 40 million people are in this hospitality. Nearly 9% of GDP of India is through tourism. And our Prime Minister himself His vision to grow, to ensure that our infrastructure, the business, tourism growth should be there much more what we are getting it together. And not only incoming. See, here the mistakes what we have been doing, there are associations which are going and saying, let's do only domestic business will grow. No, I don't see there is only the business for domestic. It has to be both ways. You want from other countries to come into your country and spend money, but you don't want your country people to go abroad and spend money. This is not the way. Today, every citizen is a global citizen. As far as a travel agent, tour operator, they should feel as a global citizen. They should feel we are all, everything is one, and we must sell according to that. We must sell the product according to that. That is what is required. So if you think that only we'll get the business, we will promote only domestic business, no. We are doing as our company, as far as Kadram, we are promoting every day our local domestic market business. But also we are trying to promote with the countries which are open. Taiwan, South Korea, the countries are Europe now opened up. Dubai is opened up. They are ready to, with open arms, they are asking people to come in, which is nearly 70-75% of their business is only tourism. They totally depend upon Indians to travel through that country and spend so much money. So I feel it's a both vice versa. But our leaders, they must go together in one voice, talk to government, take the support, whatever maximum what we can get to sustain ourselves. Government is asking, don't leave your staff. We have not left any staff. We kept them together. We ensure that they are not depressed. We call them in the office, learn whatever we can from the industry. But with this, we need support.
Absolutely.
And that was missing, which I think our leaders were unable to, got the support from the government of India. But I still feel, I'm sure all of them, they can try, but you can imagine 90 plus associations going to approach government in 90 directions, 90, requirements. That will be difficult. That is what other industries are gaining momentum, getting support from government of India. I'm sure why? Because there is one voice. That is very important.
So there are a lot of youngsters at the moment, because as the hospitality and tourism industries are concerned,
Yes.
what do you like to advise them? What are the features they should have, and what are the things that they should focus on?
See, as far as from last 4 months, we feel that we are going to start the business once again from zero. This is very clear. With fresh mind, with fresh knowledge, more informations. This is very important. So youngsters, what I see, the more knowledge you have, the more product informations you have, more information about the destinations, airlines, and different part of hospitality, hotels, services, safety, all this more information you have, more you can go out and give the information to the clients. As far as the travel and tourism is concerned, I'm just going back from talking about SCOL, which SCOL is the world's biggest umbrella in the world as far as the hospitality industries are concerned. And you are aware that every part of hospitality industry is under SCOL. Most of them is a member of SCOL. So there is a part which is a young SCOL, where the students which they come out from the colleges, who's doing in the hospitality industry courses and all. So we also tied up in Calcutta with IHM. We have their managing director on board with us, and their director training, she's also with us. And we are trying to have, to tell youngsters there is a future. Don't get disheartened about these last 4 months. Yeah. There is nothing, there is a huge future I can see in the hospitality industry. And there is an opportunity. But here now, last maybe 2-3 months more, we have more, if you have more knowledge, more product information, this will take you to another level. And as I said, I forgot about last 30 years what I did. Now I'm starting from zero. Again, same thing, maybe physically not the same, but I can try my best and create something better in the future. This is what I'm looking for.
Very true.
From all youngsters, this is what I'm looking for.
Yeah. So the generation, there is definitely, I feel that there's a generation gap of your time, my time, and the present time. So what is that which is missing in this today's generation, which you think that, if they can rectify a little bit, it is definitely not it's a failure for them. It is a small weakness which they rectify, they can really do fantastic. What is that difference?
See, the biggest issue is they are in a hurry. That's the problem. See, what happened when we learned from our seniors, we respected them. Till today, we respect them. Like we have around 75 years, 80 years, gentlemen is our school members. In Chennai, Trivandrum, in Cochin, there are a lot of senior members are there. So this is what is missing is they are not aware this gentleman is working from last 50 years in the trade or 25 years in the trade, and they just come, they are in a hurry. They wanted to just financially, they wanted to be strong. They wanted to, in a very fast, they wanted to do everything. That will not happen because, see, knowledge doesn't come, you just take the knowledge. It's not water, you just drink and everything goes in. It takes time. You need to respect seniors to go on. And this is what happening in your family also. The youngsters, they forget about everything in their past. So what happened, this is what we must learn from our parents, respect them. Same thing you do in your offices, your colleagues in the trade. Same thing what we do in the house, same thing we are doing in the industry. So this is what we wanted is don't be in a hurry. Everything takes their own time. And the future is there, better future in ahead, what we can think of. So this is what we are looking is respect seniors, learn from them. I'm sure the seniors also same thing. We are learning from youngsters.
Yeah.
It's not, we have to go with the time. This is the nature of the world, how the universe works. And this is what God has created. The old gentlemen, old senior people, they go off. Another middle-aged people, they'll come. And again, junior people will come. This is a life circle. And this will go on.
I think it was very well said, sir. Very well said, because that's the most important thing what the youngsters have to learn. Sanjeev ji, thank you very much. It was interesting. Apart from the, there are a lot of things which I learned from you also, the way you talked about certain things which, about the water. I remember one of my teachers also tell the same thing, about the water which, flows, that is more pure rather than it gets stuck, I think there's something very important. You have to keep moving on, upgrade yourself, the latest technologies, everything. I think there's something very interesting and very nice meeting you, sir. Very nice talking to you. And
pleasure is mine. Pleasure.
Once again for being with me, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Pleasure is mine. Thank you, Raj. All the best. Be safe. Enjoy yourself. Thank you.